Welcome once again for the last time to Wendy's after the eviction. I am here with Final Four Queen, Anika.
Yes.
First of all, congratulations for making it so far. That is a massive accomplishment, let alone for someone who was like figuring the game out as you went. Were you surprised at how far you came?
I'm very surprised how far I came. I definitely did not expect to make it this far when I walked in through those doors, but very happy, so proud that I made it this far. Worked with great people, and yeah, love that I made it this far.
That's great. Wonderful experience. Okay, now let's talk about your campaign. You versus Daniel.
Yeah.
You've been on the block against an alliance member before. Very difficult.
Yeah.
Did you actually campaign or did you just kind of throw this to Daniel?
I didn't really campaign. I wouldn't say I threw it to him, but I also knew that he does have a better relationship with Claudia. So I knew that going in, like if she is deciding, she will pick him anyways. But also I didn't want to make fake promises to Claudia, make up things that, oh, I'm going to work with you. Like that's not me. And especially when Daniel's beside me, I'm not going to do that to him. I did still do my pitch. I told her that, like, whatever the reasons she should keep me, but that was just because I think she deserves that as the respect she is the person deciding. So just out of respect, I did do my pitch, but yeah.
Okay, had it been you versus someone else, like had it been you versus Ty, so maybe not Daniel, what would your argument have been to stay longer in the game and maybe even make it to final two or win?
Oh, if Ty was beside me, I had a whole list to say to Claudia that the way he lied to Claudia, like to get Shania out, and he did the exact same thing to me. He lied to me to then get, like, to get, like, well, Renee out, or he was debating between Renee and Daniel. So Ty lied to both of us back to back in both of our HOHs. So we had all of that, and, like, also the whole thing of Ty breaking her trust. Like, I had a whole list of things. If it was Ty beside me, I would be doing my campaign. I would be fighting for myself to stay. But yeah, it's a whole
it was harder to friend. But I mean, this is Big Brother, and all that stuff is part of the game, right?
Exactly. Yeah.
So why do you think Claudia evicted you over Daniel?
What I do know is, knowing her, I don't think she's gonna, if she gets to decide the top two, she will not pick Ty because she's here to win, like, and she knows Ty will have the numbers. So I know she will not pick Ty if that comes to it. And I think she will pick Daniel if that comes to it, I think. And me and her, we never really had a one-on-one game relationship, personal
Right, not a one-on-one one.
Exactly.
Okay, I see.
We had many alliances that, well, she clearly did not think that they were true alliances. But to me, I still stuck to them. But I think she has a closer one-on-one relationship with Daniel. And knowing her, I know she's not going to pick Ty in the top two if it's on her. So it just made sense why she would keep Daniel.
Okay. And this was the right move for Ty?
This was, he better be winning all of those comms. That's all I gotta say. Because if he doesn't, if he slips out, because CC is good at these mental ones, but so is Ty. He did surprise me this week in the HOH, which is good for him. And I did study with him, so I don't know why I did that, but I would rather have him than CC win the HOH. But it all backfired anyways. But looking back, I thought that was the best thing I did. I think, will Ty regret? I think not really, because even if it was me or Daniel, we'd pick each other over Ty anyways, and CC probably will do the same. So at this point, so he really needs to win. All I'm saying is he really needs to win the whatever comes coming up to make sure he's on the top two, because it's not looking that good.
Well, listen, speaking of Daniel, you guys linked up very, very early in the game. Multiple alliances. Just you two, you and Kuzi. Then we had the crown. Then we had the final four. And then it was back to just you two. Can you tell me a bit about that evolution of the game relationship?
So from day one, it was me, him, and Amal. We were talking, and then me and him, we kind of connected from whatever day one. Like, it was me and him. So then one day we decided to name it. We named it the Bergs because we were frying burgers. And as random as it is, stick to the Berg. And then this Kuzi thing happened. She kind of started getting close to us from the second, third week. And then we called ourselves the Shady Bunch. And I loved the alliance. Three of us were so much fun. We were working together. And then when, like, all these blow-ups happened with, like, whatever, the Kuzi's HOH week with Zach and etc. And that's when Kuzi brought Hope and I brought Jonathan to the alliance because Jonathan was feeling betrayed by these, like, Ty, Zach, everyone. So we all came together, and that's where the crown was created. Anna was very loyal to the crown, loved each and every member, loved Jonathan. I fought for him when he was going to go on the block. I fought for Hope. I fought for Kuzi. Well, I couldn't really because she was beside me, but I didn't really actively campaign as much as she did. Like, she went all out, and rightfully so. And then from the crown, when Kuzi kind of like, when I saw that, okay, she is kind of like showing different sides that I'm not liking. She's doing her own thing, securing her safety before us. That's when Daniel and I, we created the 4, like me, Daniel, Cece, and Shania. And then we also had these girls alliance when Kuzi was the HOH for the first week, which I was the last one to join because for me, I'm like, it's easy to say, oh yeah, girls alliance, but then is everyone gonna stay true to it? Because that's my thing is there's a one with the showmans, like Shania was back then whatever flirting with Rob, etc. Like, so I was like, is this girls alliance even gonna work? So I was one of the last one to join, and it clearly did not work. But that's how all these alliances.
Okay, so there were a lot of alliances, and there's whole alliance charts out there that fans make, so right? And this where this overlaps, and then this one came in. It's very, very interesting. But of course, in an alliance, even if you're like crowd strong, Shades Punch strong, girl strong, whatever, this ultimately is an individual game. And do you believe you were self-interested enough to fight for your space in the end?
In the end, I guess I was, even until like yesterday before the POV, I was like, I had my whole speech ready just in case Ty won, because it was either Daniel's turn, me, or Ty or Cece. So if it was me and Daniel, it would be easy, like we'll pick each other. But if it was Ty, I had a whole speech ready for him as well. I'm like, I even told him like before the POV, I'm like, after the POV, Ty, if you're winning, I'm gonna be the first one, and just what Kuzi did in
Okay, so if you had won the final POV, who were you evicting?
So if I was the final POV, then I'll evict Cece. But if Ty won the POV, then I had a speech ready for him why he shouldn't.
Yes, most people go and campaign. That's normal. Exactly. I promise. Okay. Yeah. So highs and lows. What was your most favorite memory in the house?
Favorite memory, I think Crown creation was one of my favorite time because I saw how passionate Jonathan, Hope, and me, Kuzi, and Daniel were already very close at that time. That was one of my favorite times, is the 5 of us, definitely. And also like the competition where I got to see my brother. That was one of the highlights.
Oh my God, that was amazing. That was so beautiful. Did it kill you to not like hang out with him?
Oh my God, it did. And I was on the block that day, so I couldn't. Like, I was rushing through, I was crying, I was rushing. Like, it was such a mess, but I loved it. I loved that he was here. I loved that he got to experience it. He was in the set, like he was in my backyard, like insane.
That was beautiful. Okay, lowest moment.
Lowest, I think, were these last couple weeks when it was me against Kuzi, and she's going around fighting and like doing her campaign and kind of like throwing me under the bus. Like the whole day I was crying because like I didn't want to, like my campaigning was pretty passive because I knew the girls were not going to keep her. So I didn't really need to actively fight. So I gave her the space. So things she said, things she did, like it was very hurtful. And then again, these last week with Daniel and everything. So the last few times, and Ty betraying me. I think that was one of the worst, is Ty betraying me. Even though I took a big leap of faith, trusting him, I didn't really have a strong connection, but I did trust him. I took his words for its face value that he wanted.
Even though you just, okay. We're moving on. You know what? We're about to wrap this up.
Yeah.
But what did you learn about yourself through this experience, Nika?
I learned that I am a very strong girl. I knew coming in that I'm a strong girl, but I also knew I'm very emotional. But throughout the game, I realized that I can set my emotions aside, make game decisions. I'm strong enough to fight for my friends. Like, even when Zach Kuzi fight, I was there ready to fight. Like, whodunit week, I was ready to fight. Like, I fought for Jonathan, like, to stay, for Shania not to use the POV. I fought for Hope. I did everything I could. So I think that's one thing that really, like, I'm proud that I am the way that I played the game. Yeah. And to a lot of extent, I did play an honest game. Sure, there are times I wasn't very honest.
This is Big Brother.
Exactly.
So we will not hold it against you. No lies will be held against you. Yeah. Well, thank you so much, Anika. I know it's going to be lovely to be reunited with all your friends in jury. And we'll see you back here for finale.
Yes, thank you.
Oh my God. Listen, well, season 11 is wrapping up soon. And so is the new egg BLT from Wendy's. Make sure you grab one of their Canadian grade A egg sandwiches before they're gone on May 28th.